So over at the new Discord server, someone messaged me and said this: I've been searching and actively applying for months with very little return. I'm decently educated, well-spoken, and punctual with an honest CV and a portfolio with a small number of projects. Junior/entry-level front-end jobs simply seem not to appear here. Now, here's my advice if you're in this individual's footsteps. Don't find work. Make it find you. Now, first, I'm going to talk about my own personal story, and then I'm going to go into sort of a rant/blueprint that I want you to follow if you're in these same shoes. So, for me personally, back in the mid-2000 time, I was basically in the same boat. You know, I was a designer with some code experience. I had a few run-ins with freelance projects. It was nothing ever consistent. For a very short while, I actually was employed on a monthly basis where I worked from home and I designed certain types of websites. I'm not going to go into the nature, but it was something that I didn't like doing, so I quit that after a couple months. And so what was really kind of scary, because at this time, I still live with my parents. I think it was like 21 or 22. I graduated from high school. I didn't go to actual college because I was already confident in my skills, and I stayed home to kind of work on improving those skills. But I was about to get married. And 23, I was going to be moving out, and you have reality is going to quickly set in when you have, the rent and all that stuff to have to worry about. So unrelated to this, it's related, but unrelated, I just randomly decided, back then there was a site called Digg.com. It still exists, but really it was large back then. It was kind of the first of its type when it came to social media or social bookmarking sites where users get to upvote popular stories. And if you got on the front page of Digg.com, you were getting thousands of visitors to your website. I had just some crappy website. It was like a personal portfolio website. I wasn't selling anything there. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I wanted to see if I could get on the front page of Digg.com because that was a big deal. So I created a tutorial how to create an awesome logo. Now, the tutorial itself is all written. There was no video. Really, it was kind of clickbaity, the actual title back then. And it was a bad tutorial. Like I would never give this type of tips, especially in this day and age. But it actually got to the front page of Digg.com, and I was like, "Wow, that's cool!" It got like 13,000 visitors within 24 hours. I didn't make any money from it. I didn't have any ads on my site. It was just something I thought, that was cool. Whatever. Fast forward 6 months later, I checked the stats randomly on my website. And I'm blown away because I've seen this. It's getting a lot of traffic still 6 months later. And so why is that? Well, I produced some content that got on a big site, which coincidentally had a lot of other websites mirror or give me a link to that article, and Google saw this and started ranking me very high, like #1 position for keywords like how to design a logo, how to make a logo, how to create a logo, and tons of other variations. And so I thought to myself, is there a way I can make money from this? So my immediate thought was to go ahead and create, I had some coding and backend experience at this time with PHP and MySQL. And I created a backend and an ordering system that would allow people to order logos from me. And I charged $75 for one logo design concept with unlimited revisions or whatever. I didn't know if it was going to work. Well, all I did was update that page and put a prominent area, a call to action of some sort, where people could order. And guess what? They started ordering from the very first day. I think I got like 40 orders within the first month. And then from there, I gradually increased the price. And over the course of 4 to 5 years, I worked with about 2,000 clients. I also monetized it outside of just doing that. I also monetized it by selling 5 video tutorials showing me how to design a logo, because, hey, maybe video is better than text. That may be about $700 a month. I sold it for quite cheap. It was like $6.95 or something for these 5 videos. And then a little bit while later, I launched designcourse.com, and I made a subscription service out of it for $50 a month. You could get away with charging that amount back then, and that made several $1,000s per month for quite a while, several years. And so the moral of the story is, unintentionally, I made the work find me, and I did this through content production. All right, so I have a little rant here off screen that I'm going to read from, and this is the blueprint that I'm talking about. So what does this mean for you if you're in the shoes that I once filled and this individual currently is occupying? Well, here's what I suggest. First and foremost, build a website. Register a .com, a .net, a .io, whatever, and make it an absolute priority that you're going to produce content in some shape or form on a regular, consistent basis. Once a week, it's not enough. 3 times, that's better. 5 times, you're golden. And you better etch it right into your head that this is for the long haul. You're going to do this for years. Not a couple weeks, not a couple months, but you're going to do this for years. And that has to be the mentality. And as sure as you wake up in the morning and brush your teeth, you're putting out content at least X amount per week, and it's now a part of your life for at least the next several years. Now, this content that you produce could be situated around a blog whose purpose is to drive traffic to either your personal portfolio so that you can get hired, or your freelance design or coding services, etc. This content is simply a tool to make clients and potential employers find you. Now, what type of content should you put out? Well, first, make it relevant to your strengths and your interests. Well, there's a million ideas for different content production for both designers and coders. What I'm really talking about in this video is marketing, self-promotion through content production. One of the best ways to get ideas for content production is to see what people are searching for online. If people are searching for something, that means they have a demand for something. Econ 101, supply and demand. If there's a demand, be the supply and reap the rewards. So this means you're going to need to learn some SEO, which is search engine optimization, and keyword research. I'm not going to go into keyword analysis and all of that stuff behind, SEO, but you can use tools like trends.google.com, the auto suggestions on the Google homepage, or keywordtool.io, and the many other competitors. These will all give you an idea of what people are actively searching for. That is the demand side. This could include content in the form of tutorials and educating others on some new tidbit or skill that you acquired. That's my approach. But it doesn't have to be education. It could be content in the form of best of list, best of UI design, best of JavaScript, best of Node.js. It could be content in the form of actual projects. If you're a designer, publish a page on your site or blog titled CSS Profile Cards. Hey, look, people are searching for that. Create these CSS profile cards. Put a link to a GitHub with a repo full of these cards that people can grab and use. It's not the cards that are important. It's the visitors that land on your site and see that big call to action button directing them to the area that you want them to land. Maybe 99 out of 100 people won't give a crap, and they won't. But that one person might want to hire you for something. It's a numbers game. But you're not done there. You're going to take your CSS profile cards, that one search topic out of a million others that you're going to cover. You take those CSS profile cards that you just published on your website, and then you're going to publish it on every social media account that you own, and get a bunch of them. You're going to publish it on your Dribbble account, your Behance account. You're going to upload a quick trailer for your damn CSS profile cards on your new YouTube channel using a video template you bought from a site like videohive.net, because the fact that you don't know video isn't an excuse anymore. You're going to pinpoint those keywords in the YouTube tag field, putting a link to your card downloads in the description, and then to top it off, you're going to create a kick-ass, captivating YouTube title. But wait, what about coders? Well, you're a coder, you can't design anything. Well, it's the same process. Use what you know. Teach someone how to do something, or not. Maybe just provide them with the code. In either case, you're producing content, and this is value. This gets eyes on your site. So I'm telling you right now, if you do this, and you do it for a couple years, and you really learn about SEO and how to build backlinks to all this great content you're putting out 3 to 5 to 7 times per week, you're going to reach your goal of getting hired, making money, etc. And you know what? You just might find that you can make a lot of money by integrating ads on your website, enabling YouTube monetization, selling affiliate services on your content. I know this to be true because this is what I do. So I started out as a designer with some coding experience. I put out content. It helped me gain over 2,000 clients. And now I simply put out content based on design and code, and that alone is my business. So again, if your goal is to get hired by an agency or to be a freelancer or just to make some damn money doing what you love through either design or code, follow the formula that I just laid out and you're going to reach that goal. Don't look for work, make it find you.